Welcome to Team Fortress TV. You're here to watch ETF2L Season 24, Week 1, comfortably spanked against PC Master Race. I'm joined by TurboTabs, and yesterday you guys would have caught Happy Farmers versus Nameless, a game that probably should have been a bit closer, a bit more exciting. This week we're going to probably be looking at two of the teams who are going to struggle more in the season. Both of these teams, obviously PC Master Race won the playoffs probably sometime last week, and the former Team Infused, now comfortably spanked, finishing pretty lowly last season. So who do you think is going to be, Turbo? The new challengers or the bottom team from last season?
Heavy-handed question straight off the bat. I think I'm going to have to go with PC Master Race, just by that they've kind of been the dark horse, surprising everybody. And if we don't start taking them seriously now, I think you will do in the coming weeks, because they just seem to be a team that kind of just clicked together. They've just it's like almost like a story that you would bring out some unlikely heroes and they would appear in a film and everyone would just kind of like just join together and seem to be just make that wondrous team that nobody expect them to be.
Like an underdog story.
Yes.
Like the rejects of Misfit, former low-prem TF2 teams all coming together to prove everybody wrong.
The Guardians of ETF2L.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bit of a weird team, really. They kind of came out of nowhere. Lots of the players' names are probably quite familiar, like HP, Lippy, Settler, Graba, names you've heard before, but they've never really been in an established team for sort of multiple seasons, except with maybe the exception of Lippy. But they've come together, they've certainly put in some strong performances in the pre-season, and also the DreamHack qualifiers and such. And they look quite dangerous, especially like HP, Settler, Lippy, some really standout players.
Yeah, HP. That guy is... have you ever seen the film Speed with Keanu Reeves?
No.
Like the bus basically, the premise is like a bus keeps moving, and if it isn't moving over 60 miles per hour, then it explodes. That's HP. HP is the bus. If he stops moving, he must explode or something, because he is constantly pressing forward, holding that W key, going into choke points. I haven't seen anything like it since Zeberside played Scout.
Yeah, he's really aggressive, and he takes a lot of fights that people wouldn't normally take, but he's got the DM to back it up. And I think especially, like, we're going to Badlands for the first map, and that map is just great for scouts. So I imagine we could see HP dominate quite a lot on this first outing.
But keep in mind, Comfortably Spanked have been kicking about for quite a long time now. I'd say longer than most teams, or the majority of teams in this season, as because they've got that experience off the back, and they've kept the majority of their roster from the previous season as well. So I'm sure they have a lot of game plans and set up ready for this Badlands game.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of a way they have to play if they want to take on this sort of PC Master Race, who can be quite reckless, quite aggressive throughout. They really need to sort of slow it down and just bait out that over-aggression. And I think that especially suits like their scouts, Hank and Denia, as well as some of their other players. We should mention as well, Quick is not here tonight, so Nation will be standing in.
And we should also mention that Tom was recently picked up by Comfortably Spanked, aka Infused from last season. What do you reckon to Tom on the Roma position, Commander?
Not a fan.
Not a fan at all.
Not a fan. Like,
blunt.
I think he's better at pocket. He just doesn't seem very dynamic.
Yeah, I can atone to that. Tom has been flicking between pocket and Roma constantly, and I would say the change always comes around from when he just gets tired of playing Roma. But this Infused squad was looking for a Roma, and he has played Roma enough that he did manage to make the cut. So he must be doing something right. The team must believe in him.
Yeah, I just find a lot of the way he plays Roma is very predictable.
Yeah, you don't win the Roma.
Like I never sort of see him going for anything other than quite standard plays. There's nothing unexpected, which your Roma makes it quite easy to play against.
Yeah, your Roma should probably be the most creative person on your team, thinking outside of the box. Like, look at a player like Sideshow.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Just to, all the flack we give him, all the things that he has going against him, the one thing you can't take away from the guy is creativity.
Yep, it's just a shame he couldn't create any plays.
or create success.
Couldn't create many victories, but certainly was trying. As I believe we're going live. Wow.
Oh man, straight into it, no mucking about. Well, if you're just joining us, this is our first week of ETF2L's Grand Season 4. This is Comfortably Spanked versus PC Master Race. And who are you going to be watching on this midpoint, Commander?
I'm going to be watching Settler early on and see if he can sort of continue that strong form that he had in the pre-season onto this. He's not really playing too aggressively right now, just trying to bait it out, trying to find that early damage, just sticking off point, but now he's getting a load of pressure on him, forced back into house, but actually baits out a frag. Both teams are still going to take a reset of this mid, just try and heal up. Nation's going to try and go aggressive now. All of the dead man and the medic separates them as well. They've separated for heals, but somehow HP has just stuffed them all back into house by himself. Again, a sort of third reset of a mid. Both scouts are focusing it on. Danny gets a 1-for-1 trade. But that's going to leave Skeege horribly isolated. He's trying to run back in. Skeege is just running around trying to saw people. Settler ends up cleaning everyone up. And quite a chaotic mid, but they come out on top right now, PC Master Race.
Yeah, both teams traded spam, traded bombs, and it seemed the bombs were just a little bit stronger over on PC Master Race, and thus they could get the heals out a bit quicker and reset things just a bit quicker as well, and take advantage of that that ground advantage, I should say, as they take the point, and now they've even got an easy second off the back of that. They're already looking to make their way into the lobby area. Settler's trying to defuse these stickies from the doorway, but they're just keeping them pinned outside for now, CX.
Yeah, really good play from Comfortably Spanked right now, just buying themselves so much time. Still a 50% advantage, but Tobbs has just gone weak as they get onto balcony. Settler's now weak as well. Slowing them down so much, already on 70% skis, and you see him back up to last now. Really well played by the entire Comfortably Spanked team there. And that's going to make it almost equal Ubers, 15%, and PC Master Race look like they want to go any second now, but they're so close to running out of time. They're going to go 97% on Skeege. He should get it in time, and Hank's to 9 the Uber anyway. They're not even going to need to use this Uber. And now they're going to Uber in. Nation's going to turn and take this one deep. Going to chase them down on stairs. Going to take the medic out. Going to focus the scout as well. Good Uber from Nation off the back of that Hank Pyro player. Is going to set them up for a push out. But Lippy is hiding in trash TurboTabs.
And he's looking to... Actually, he just bumps into the wall. He's trying to get behind instead, but he kind of like trips over the wall, I suppose. And that last push just failed because HP just couldn't land his shots on a Pyro, and everyone's been there at some points as a scout where you think you can hit this, the Pyro, but those air blasts just keep making you miss and over again, and just completely wasted the Uber. So good on Hank though with the Pyro play.
Yeah, maintain equal Ubers going into the CP2 to free fight, and we see Settler in his sort of trademark in-house position, but he's actually going to rotate away from that now. Settler does like to play in a position a lot, so look out for that throughout the game. Those sort of off-the-cuff sticky traps.
Oh man, those Settler sticky traps. He loves those sticky traps so much. I've never seen a guy love some sticky traps in my entire life. He'll like completely ignore pushes just so he can get that pick in the house.
He's so committed, you know. It's like he falls in love with a trap and just can't bear to let it go.
Yeah, I've seen him set up stickies on last, and he's already pushed out to middle, and he's kept that same sticky trap, thinking, oh, this trap is going to get somebody, as Lippy's going in for the bomb here, but he can't seem to find Skeege. He's all the way back on Great Bridge, and they picked up 2 picks off the back of that Settler as well. That's a key pick for them to make this push onto the midpoint. Let's see how they go about this.
Yeah, no real spam classes left up for PC Master Race here. HP might even get caught in. He does get out, and the respawns will come in. So we now sort of just see a reverse of a position. Midpoint has changed hands. Both teams still have Uber. Now it's going to be up to the Comfortably Spanked people. And something I just want to go for a trade here. They kind of iron it up. Nation's getting height from that super high spot on whatever it is. Tower? Train? Light thing?
I'll call it a tower. That's pretty...
I'm presuming hopefully there's a train spotter in chat who will be able to give us the technical term.
I guess it goes to show how much that spot is used if it doesn't really have a name, but things are just going quiet for now. Teams are thinking over their options, seeing what they could do, and I guess it's all down to Comfortably Spanked and what they want to do. They have got the midpoint advantage, so it is a bit more lenient for them to make the aggressive play. Maybe they'll sack in Tom.
Yeah, they seem to be favouring this flank option quite a lot. Skeege, as he did with Tiger last season, so he sold House just to try and give that advantage on the flank. Master Race go very sort of generic, not too much support. but some carelessness from Settler on the flank allowed them to lose it. Calculated approach from a comfortably spanked side, as now we see Nation peeking Haunter.
Oh, he gets
a distraction.
He gets a nice first rocket, he gets a nice second rocket onto Graba, but he can't quite get the third rocket. He did push him all the way back to Spire though, but they don't want to make use of all the room that Nation's made, because they did lose a player during that. That was their demo man, Adinsky, so they're going to have to sit all the way back. They can probably get in here for free. PC Master Race, as they've already set up some time on point. They're actually committing the Uber. I like this move coming out from Skeej here, committing the Uber, and he's going to try and fight from his half of the point. But the scouts over on PC Master Race have completely obliterated the rest of Comfortably Spanked's lineup, finding those little stragglers in that little crevices and hiding spots, and the point will go to PC Master Race CX.
Yeah, they just both scouts losing one-on-ones on different parts of the map, and then you see Tom try and jump behind to make time for Skeej to get out, but it doesn't work out for him. Tom is still behind, but he's a lone figure now.
Yeah, Tom's having a good little picnic back there. He's going to be a completely irrelevant. They're going to move over. Yeah, they're going to move over to Snakewater by the time he can. Oh, actually, he's contributing.
Oh,
he's taken out 2 players. Bite my tongue, CX. How dare I say Tom wasn't doing any work? Though it seems hiding all the way back to spawn, getting those little spawn camps going was the play to make, and it has bought so much time for his team to come back in and try and claim the second point. They've already got some good damage onto Settler. He's down now, but he does trade with the other demo man on the team, and they've already lost so many players. They've got nobody to cap this point.
Yeah, and HP's gone deep and picked off their medic as well. They're going to just about get the cap, but the heal advantage will surely come into play now. Denia and Hank trying to combine as they so often do. They get one player low, Hank's got behind, but Potato and Lippy are just cleaning up everyone. Hank's still trying to go aggressive, but they know exactly where he is. It's going to be so hard for him to make a play. He's just going to try and run to last instead. Regroup with his team, but there's a full Uber coming in for PC Master Race.
Very short-sighted coming out from Comfortably Spanked there. While they did inch and get onto the point, and all they did was delay the push by 10 seconds as they recapped it. And now they're pushing in with the Uber. Hank is doing his best to delay, but they include more players on this push this time, and they've included Potato in that instead of HP. He managed to hit the shot onto Hank, and Potato's already got some time on point. He's brought all these players down from the high ground over from Comfortably Spanked, but they still managed to hold it. And you see Settler does finally come in. He lays down some good damage. Graba's going into the mix. He gets one slice and he takes out that one player. That first round will go to PC Master Race. Graba, what a player.
Graba is unstoppable when it comes to capping Badlands last. He just refuses to let it go, takes it into his own hand. Great combination play, and Settler just forcing the soldier to turn behind the point to deal with him, and Graba just being that distraction play, and they open it up right now. Good round from PC Master Race, eventually capitalising on it.
Yeah, Settler's got a nice roll out. He gets some nice damage onto Adinsky here. He's trying to lay out some of those artillery fire pipes, but he can't seem to land anybody for the majority of this. The aggression's coming in from Comfortably Spanked, and they do push out the majority of the players. Denia gets completely minced though, and look at these scouts on PC Master Race CX. They're just the backbone of this team, and they're completely destroyed everybody.
Yeah, that's going to be a full wipe at the back of it. Lots of trading all round. Denia seemed to just ghost in early under mid, get Graba straight away, and luckily for him, their scouts just clean house. So I think the scouts on PC Master Race are sort of sacrificing, sort of covering all the angles in terms of just going forward. But when they're going forward and getting 3 or 4 frags between them on mid, it's no problem really if you lose your medic, because they've still got 2 points out of it.
Yeah, I don't like it when the teams go for these med picks off the bat on these mid points, or at least dedicate so many resources towards the medic, because usually it just sends the other team into a rage and they've got nothing to live for except to kill your bloody medic.
Wait, it's a vaccinator push coming out from Graba. Quickie fix and vaccinator. A quickie bomber even, and vaccinator coming out. It's both scouts bomb left with vaccinator and quickie bombs on the point. They just cap it straight away.
That is the most mean push I've ever seen. That's the most cheesy push I've ever witnessed.
So many levels of gimmicks. There's at least 3 or 4 gimmicks going in there.
Ips would have a single tear streaming out of his eye there. He would be so proud. That was just...
But it doesn't matter how good you are at TF2, you can still get gimmicks so hard on Badlands last.
Yeah, that last point just capped so quickly. Well, this time they're going to turn the tide and go for a valley push. Actually, both teams are going for this valley push, and it looks like the majority is going towards Comfortably Spanked. The counter-attack does come out from PC Master Race, though, but it seems to be holding together just slightly better for Comfortably Spanked. And look at the scout presence from Denia and Hank now. Once you just link those two people up, they just managed to sync up their focus fire and mince the entire PC Master Race.
Yeah, great work from the flank from Comfortably Spanked right now. Like Tom with that early bomb straight onto Settler, forces him out of position, forces him to sacrifice any sort of forward stickies he's put on.
Lippy's going for the fight onto Spire against a scout, and of course it ends like that. Nation, the one being to clean that up though, with the final kill onto him. Potato's already set up that sentry gun on last. He's decided to build it on this top right hand side, so it will cover the medic a little bit more, but this spot's a bit iffy, CX. It's very easy to spam out.
It's now a crits and a quickie bomb. Gimmicks versus gimmicks right now, as that crits advantage will come into play. Though Lippy is on Spy, and I think he's actually going for the play. Don't know if he'll make it there in time. He's going to uncloak behind him, but Ski's is very close to go, and Lippy's behind the medic right now. I don't think we're going to see him.
He's got the kill. He got the kill onto Skis now, and that's completely laid the push to waste. Or has it? Tom has got so much time on the point. Graba's the one actually has to get on top of it. Tom is still alive. He's got Potato. He craters to his death. The scout just picks it up. Oh, that was a disaster after disaster, CX.
That was beautiful. There were so many elements to that. Like, the crits pops off, he gets a 2k straight away, then his medic gets backstabbed, and then it just turns into chaos. Potato ends up with like the biggest shotgun juggle on Tom on the point to make him crater as they trade. When there's a sentry gun sort of solely defending the point on last. But eventually they get and they get around back in this as we go to this next middle, and it looks like Adiski, as he stayed on the quickie bomb launcher actually, as they take the enemy's side pretty quickly. They're still kind of playing the low ground. Looks like they want to go aggressive now. Tom's going to focus Settler once again on his mids, forces him back, but the scouts clean up, and this might have opened up room. Nation goes to finish that one, but he's taken a lot of damage, and now they just don't have the resources anymore. Hank's trying to do his best, but Ski just separated from the heals. Ski just running all the way around to heal Hank. We're eventually going to meet up. It's now a 3v3 quickie bomb demo versus soldier and a scout apiece as well. They're trying to come in, but the health is slightly better on PC Master Race. As DC's going to go get the health pack. Now they come. They're trying to focus down the scout. Scout's going to focus for health pack. Uber's going to come out. Skeech just about has his as well. He's going to pop straight back. Doesn't want his players to lose any health. And here comes Tom. And they're going to have to run, but they might have taken too long. How many people can they catch here? They've got one, but they lose their medic. They've all just dribbled into them and lost everyone.
Well, that was a very interesting... Oh, it's still not over. Okay, HP is finally laid the nail into the coffin there. Denny is actually hiding up around this corner here with all the chaos there. Oh, wow, okay. Adinsky just jumps in, bombs onto Graba, takes the kill out onto him. Denny reveals himself, but he just gets completely slapped down by the combination of Lippy and HP there. This is some scrappy TF2 here.
Yeah, like Denia had a great hiding spot, like a really sort of one you wouldn't predict after such a messy exchange. But it doesn't even matter because Adiski just goes for the solo play onto the medic and catches him at just the right time.
I think he was supposed to be just a distraction, and then it just ends up working anyway. So, but they will fall back for now, as they do lose a couple of players trying to greedily go for that Spire. Cheeky coming out from PC Master Race, as they are still deciding to hold on to the show carry. The Vaccinator is into the parade, as they just want to keep fighting PC Master Race. They like it when it's getting all scrappy like this, but Denia is just emptying the barrel of the gun into the faces of PC Master Race, and it will finally push them out of this midpoint.
Yeah, that was a huge play on second. Like the combination of Tom taking the 1v2 to buy time, being saved midair with an arrow, then Nation following up and defending it, and they just rolled it all the way through off the back of that. Like, that Vaccinator play was so ill-timed. Now they're having to defend their own Spire.
He was going for the defense on Spire, but like any Roma going against up the scout on that Spire, he gets completely destroyed. Lippy's the one to follow as well. Who else wants to die over on PC Master Race? Not Settler. He's desperately trying to get out. He's brought down to such low HP, though. He's caught behind the boxes, and he's begging for a crossbow. He will get that sweet relief as he gets back out to his last point, but he hasn't had enough time to set up these stickies. Potato's going to have to cover it. There's nobody covering point though. Finally, Tobbs has respawned. He's going to deal with it now, and all the lemming in on the other side of things, it's going towards Comfortably Spanked, as they've just lost too many players trying to get away with it there.
Yeah, complete overextension off the back of that. Like, they used very even trash, and it felt like they wanted to try and make something of it, but in the end they just spent all their resources for nothing, and they're probably going to lose Spire off the back of this.
Do these teams not know the meaning of reset? They just keep barreling in. Hank takes out Settler, but he trades with HP. HP trades with Adinsky. It's just a trading card game at this point, CX. Who's got the bigger stacked deck?
I don't know, Adinsky's going for this as well, and they might be able to lock it down with the Denia Sniper, just making it really difficult for anyone to really try and take that fight.
Tom flexing his prowess there on the flank, keeping control of Potato, making sure there's no shenanigans getting behind there, as they will be pushed back to their last. But on the bright side of things, CX, they've got this Uber to defend with.
Yeah, they do. Denia is scoping up main though, but there's not a lot for him to look at with the laser reskin of the Machina. So I'm not sure. They're actually sounding really far forward considering how bad their Uber disadvantage is. Like, Tobbs could just take this Uber into them, but they're playing it really far back. A missed opportunity here, I think, from PC Master Race.
Denia wants this grabber kill, but he's just positioned in such a way that I don't think there's any sightline you could get of him. That pillar is just such a perfect cover range against that sniper. They're deciding to use the Uber against the sentry gun instead. They take that one out, and now they're trying to maybe do some point pressure, but they actually take out Potato instead, trying to elongate this fight out. They send Ton up. He's delaying a lot of time against this Uber. And where the rest of Comfortably Spanked, though, they just seem to have got out. Hank is still fighting, but he just dies himself, suicides for the point. Denny is not landing any shots during this push as well. It's just uncoordinated, to say the least, CX.
They worked a free player advantage before the Uber was even popped, and then they just couldn't make it work. It really, again, a huge missed opportunity for Comfortably Spanked, considering they're a round down right now.
I would say it was the right moves, but just at the wrong times. If they could just sync up those plays just a little bit sooner, I think it would have made a successful last push, as now they've managed to push them all the way back to last. Skeej is going to get his Uber relatively shortly there. I wonder if he knows if he has an advantage. Probably not. He's going to give this team just as much respect as he would give any other Prem team right now. This is week one. Everyone's nervous about giving away those first few points.
Yeah, and it's actually Tom who's going to go down first in the house, just gets caught peeking a little bit too aggressively, and that should probably keep a push right now. Looks like Tobbs is moving through house, but they've gone to meet him here. Nation taking it aggressively, but can't actually find too much damage, let alone a frag.
Stop looking at the Uber and look forward, man. There's loads of players, juicy players, but past that Uber, and he just was too busy looking at the shiny red things. Now the rest of the team, though, is going to collapse on them, and it just goes to DM at this point, and PC Master Race just have the, I guess, the prowess of DM written all over them.
Yeah, like that was so weird, like how Graba ended up so far overextended. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like they all focused Graba, and that gave the opportunity for, I believe it was Lippy who came in and got Skeej. But really messy. And they're going to try and get Spy right now, but Nation's behind them, and players are coming from the front as well. Lippy's going to have to hit some big shots here to stay in, as he's going to airshot Nation.
MGE Lippy, he does smash down Nation. He will be cleaned up by Potato, though. He's overextended. He's going to die for his sins, and he will get cleaned up by Thomas. And Denio almost going up on a nice flank there, but he does get spotted out at the last second, so he's going to go back.
Crits from Graba as well.
Ooh la la, let's see, I want to see the setlet cam.
Yeah, as if this game wasn't chaotic enough, or messy enough.
They have no idea at all, and where's these crits coming, man?
They're so close. 90% now. Skeej must have seen it or something, because Skeej has just backpedaled really hard and made himself a really difficult target.
I know, was it me, or did they have that? I felt like they had that crits for a long time.
But they're going to Uber into them, and once again, Nation catches the PC Master Race players. It's a fat shot onto Settler as well. And now they're just chasing down the rest of these frags, but Lippy and HP are behind, and I don't think they know. They're going to get on the cap, but I don't think there's enough time. No. But they do have two flanking players behind, but none of their other team are going to get forward spawned. So right now, Comfortably Spanked can just walk away from these players behind them.
Yeah, the backcappers have become the backcappies, as they've been backcapped by Comfortably Spanked over with that 6 times, and they're already being pushing all the way to last. I don't think they're already going to get cut off from this Balmans area as well. Actually, they decide to swing round from the resupply and just rotate out class, go immediately to last with that instead. And it's even Ubers here for both teams.
Yeah, it's Vaccinator actually from Graba, so I don't know if that was necessary, but okay. And now I see HP trying to get aggressive down main. I'm not quite sure why. he will be caught off by Adiski, and that's going to gift him a pick just as their Uber comes up as well.
It's the speed bus, man. It needs to keep moving at all times. If he's not going in and finding a kill, he's going to start foaming at the mouth. Graba pops off one of his bubbles. He's trying to find his safe space over by the sentry gun, but nobody's keeping an eye on that point. And they've just capped it outright. That sentry gun is just not in a comfortable spot to watch the point. It was relying on the teammates of PC Master Race, and things have been tied up 2-2 at 10 minutes left.
It really feels like neither team deserves to win this game. Like there's so many missed opportunities and so many misplays.
I don't know about you, CX, but I thought PC Master Race were going to walk away with this. It would almost be styling on Comfortably Spanked, but Comfortably Spanked are the ones dishing out the spankings right now as they are going back for the comeback. Tom's the first one with the first blood on this middle point, but HB trying to get aggressive, can't quite get on top of this play. And Thomas is just doing all the work, and he's still got more to give. And God, then how dare you doubt the Tom Roma CX?
Yeah, I will eat my words. He's especially on these middles. He's focused Settler hard. And he did it again on that middle and was able to set up a 2k after it as well.
Tobbs is behind at this point. He might as well be a full six-man wipe, as he's just not going to contribute much unless he gets Tom, who's back on this respawn. But at the same time,
he's waiting for it as well. He's trying to repeat Tom's play.
Yeah, Tom knows he's there. Oh, MG! I should be focusing forward, but I'm busy looking at the Romas at the middle point as they're looking to prep a push. They've actually decided to Uber straight in. They're trying to get on top of Potato, another vaccinator, as they take out the sentry gun. They already got that point pressure, but they look at all those bodies on the point, and look at all the damage coming out from Medinsky here. There's too many players on that point at the same time.
Pyro! He's going to give a medic! Nation's jumped around! He's got a health pack!
Where's the flame protection from the vaccinator when you need it?
Why? How? Oh, it looked like he was so close to holding that. Just reflex.
So what would happen if he just went to any other class apart from Pyro there? Would he hold it? Was the Pyro needed, would you say?
But Pyro would have worked if he just could reflect. I think it would have worked. Whether it was the right choice or not, it would have worked if he didn't miss his opportunity. And now we're back on middle. And they've stolen the lead here, and it's an aggressive shithouse push coming out from PC Master Race. Adiski and Ski's getting super defensive, letting the rest of the team duke it out and trying to capitalise. But Adiski can't find a way back in, and Tom and Denny are on low health. Denny gets a 1-for-1 trade, Tom can't bomb in, Tobbs is cleaning everyone up now, and Adiski and Skis were just isolated on that middle, just completely shut out. They couldn't support their team at all.
Yeah, big settler there, just shutting down that choke point, knew his job exactly. What to contribute to his team. As long as the Demoman cannot get in over from Comfortably Spanked, they can't dish out that damage and help out their soldiers. They hold on to this middle. They're actually getting greedy here. I mean, maybe going for the second point. The rest of Comfortably Spanked, the rest of the team does join them, but now they're all occupying the same space, and Potato gets fucking destroyed by Denny, who's picked up the sniper as well. Lippy decides to go for the bomb. HP died somewhere. I don't even know what's gone off there. Hank is still pressing forward though. He wants the medic. Graba's forced to pop off. But this is a nightmare of an Uber situation. All he's done is delay the inevitable. Or has he? Oh, he has got out. Why is no one chasing him?
It doesn't even matter. Like, he wasted his Uber. They've got a full Uber.
Yeah, but don't you want the bonus medic kill?
Nah. Wait, Lippy and HP are making a big flank play right now. They're going to pick off Tom in the house. That's opened up the flank. Nation's gone back to deal with it. Lippy will get him as well, though. Now HP's challenging the point. But Denny, huge play to back up his scout partner.
Player 3 has entered the game. He just took out the head of HP there. And they already want to push on this last point. They've got the Uber ready over on Skiege. And they're just trying to assemble the troops. But Lippy's just faffing about.
Sickies! No! They were in between the pipe! Settler gets
Settler trademark sticky traps. The kid loves sticky traps, and you can see why he loves them. He just took out two of the most important players of Comfortably Spanked there, at least for that initial push. As Settler will actually get cleaned up by Nation here, but he's done a wondrous job for his team. Denny is still going to make things difficult for PC Master Race. Tobbs is still trying to cap this point though, admirably.
He's got to give it up though, surely. He's completely outnumbered, and a body shot and bomb from Nation combined.
Graba could possibly get picked off there. Oh no, he's managed to get out just in time. But that would have been bad news if he did manage to go down there. Oh, actually a little play onto the point, and Nation trying to go for the cube. Graba with a nice little crossbow on from that main area. Lippy even picks up Denio as well.
They were so
fighting must continue. Tom is, he almost got out. HP sniffed him out there and cleans him up. And finally things are going to calm down here. This is the first time I've seen a scout build an Uber all game CX.
None of these plays make any sense. They should have just won that push. Like, they had so many frags, such a great opening, and then somehow they just stuff them in main and get 2 frags quickly, and they shut down the sniper.
Skeech has an Uber, and the other team doesn't. You could say like they could just push in here. Maybe they're showing a lot of respect to Graba.
Graba's for one taking momentum. PC Master Race, 5 minutes left. They know they need to make the push. They've got their Uber up. Lippy and Tob's going to jump in. They lose 2 early on, but they're going to try and come through this shit house. The Ubers are traded, but they've lost 2 already. PC Master Race need to find some frags soon, but there's a back cap as well. Graba is so far extended. Tobbs is going to try and create a distraction. He might have just done enough. Potato's trying to 1v1 on the point as well. They've just about delayed him, but they're completely out of position. Here comes Nation. Here comes Adiski with a bomb in. Nation's going to get one. He's chasing Graba, but he doesn't have a health. But they might have done enough. Graba doesn't have Uber. They don't really have any position at all. They're coming bottom left. They're going to overwhelm HB. Deny him from the point. 4-2.
Why the Valley push CX? I mean, they have. Surely they would know that they would have an Uber as well. You can see them a mile coming. They've got the high ground against them, and yet they decide to make a Valley push of all things to try and make the comeback.
Like, it's a risky play anyway, and the fact that, like, they should lead with the Uber, like, because it's going to be an Uber exchange anyway. To lead with the other players, with their flank players, just means they're going to be weak going into the next fight. And now we need a big middle right now as Lippy goes in early onto a D-ski. That's kind of what PC Master Race need. 2 from set that's going to set up. This can be just what they need. Only 3.5 minutes left, and they need 2 rounds to get any points out of this first map of the season.
They've crushed this, but Skeej managed to stay alive. He manages to backspawn as well, so he will hold on to that 40%. But look at that Uber gap already. He's already built a nice 40% ahead over on Graba. They should know this, so they'll have that built so quickly. They'll cap off that second point and should be going the second that hits 100%.
Yeah, they need to go straight away. Diski is going to try and go above the point, but HP just catches out Tom. Careless mistake from the new run. And here comes the... they need illness. Pyro's low. They are get the Pyro. Skeej doesn't have it.
He's been brought down. Safety net gone. Double safety net gone. There's just the engineer left. And what's left to do? Adinsky, he has to take out like 5 players there, but he gets completely smashed. And no comeback. There is still a comeback in the progress.
2.5 minutes, 1 round down. PC Master Race with a stomping mid, rolled it all the way to last, and they need the same again, essentially. We saw, Lippy went really early onto a D-ski there, opening it up for the rest of his team. So watch out for Nat on this middle, as we see both demo men starting to arrive. Both going the normal rollout, trading damage set. Let's get him pinned back. Here comes Lippy, though. He's onto a D-ski once again. He's onto Skeej. He's put out so much damage, but his team's not there to capitalise, and Tom is behind. Tom is mincing them as they go back into this house. They lose all but 3. They're going to try and go aggressive onto Skeej, but Adiski and Hank have him protected. Tobbs is going to get the health back. He maybe has an opportunity to bomb. To combine with Potato, they're thinking about it. They need a play onto Skeej right now. Here they come. Tobbs is going to be launched out, though. Skeej has just walked away from it. And that might have just bought him enough time right now, comfortably spanked.
There was just so much pressure onto Settler. He just didn't accomplish on the mid-fight what he wanted to do, and didn't create any sort of damage for his team, while Sadinsky was constantly pumping out that damage. Sure, they had some little scrappy plays on their half of the map, but they dealt with them much quicker than the rest of PC Master Race, while they were trying to make it easier for Settler to kind of recover back, and he took the majority of the heals, and that just completely quashed the mid-fight for them. They've still got to make this comeback happen with 1 minute left, and they're going in with the Uber. Graba hasn't got anything to defend with. He's only got a bubble, and Potato is trying to fight up against 3 players on last, but it's over. It's good game.
Yeah, the way they won that last mid just made it near impossible. They tried to go for an aggressive play out of last. Risky, but it's kind of all they can do at that stage, because they need to force the pace of the game. But it's going to force them to lose another round, and Nat will put it beyond them. And a bit of an upset here.
Forgive me comfortably, Spank, for I have sinned. How dare I think against you? You just seem to to blast themselves out of this first map. And now I think with this momentum, they could probably win Snakewater as well, which was the map I was going to favour them on.
Yeah, I thought if anything they stand a better chance on Snakewater because it's easier to slow down the pace than on Badlands. Badlands has a lot of backcap routes and open spaces outside of last.
And plus it's Badlands, man. Everyone knows this map like the back of their hand. So if any new team is going to feel very comfortable on Badlands, while they're going to feel a lot more strange over on Snakewater.
Yeah, and it's the way... I said before the game, I felt like they would need to slow the game down a lot to really, you know, force the mistakes from PC Master Race. I mean, there were plenty of mistakes from PC Master Race, but when it got down to these like scrappy DM fights, they just sort of stood toe-to-toe with them. HB maybe not having as strong a game as I thought he would do on this map, whereas Hank and Denia really did combine well as they have done for seasons and seasons, and with Tom as well on that flank, just proved to be the difference as well.
Yeah, Tom just had a whale of a game. As I'm trying to find the logs now, I can only take a guess at what his damage stat is going to be. And if I can just find it in a second, maybe we can get them loaded up on the stream as well.
Suyooo's way ahead of us, man. Suyooo's gotten this down. Both demo men, top damaging, pretty strong performances from both of them. But it's kind of weird. We didn't see the demo men too much in any of it outside of like the last plays and the middles. Really scrappy all around. You can kind of see how no one's outside of the Demomans and the DSK in particular. Everyone's KD is just sort of a mess, you know. Hate going 29 for 26, like it's a DM server, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's just the trade-off of having this constantly aggressive scout, as where he might always get a kill, he will always be followed up with a death as well. And it is like the double-edged sword of that aggressive scout play. But if HB can just find his day where he just seems to be going huge, he could probably get back-to-back 4-mans if he has the right conditions for it. But sadly, this was not the map for it.
Yeah, I think the key thing for me is if you look at the certain KDs that are actually positive outside of all of this, and it's Denia, Tom, and Hank, like the flank of Comfortably Spanked. And I don't know, it just really sort of goes to show where the victory came from. You know, when it came to these scrappy fights, like Skeege died quite a bit, Nation died quite a lot, but it didn't really matter because their flank capitalized. And I think just that experience between Denia and Hank really came to the fore when it came to cleaning this stuff up.
Yeah, Potato and seems to not be having a highlight game. He's usually shows off a lot more better stats than he shows in this performance here, but hopefully Snakewater, he does like things just a little bit more calm than the game that we've just seen, so if maybe the calm setting will benefit him over on this Snakewater map.
Yeah, it was really unexpected, really impressive. I think Denia and Hank, the way they combined in these scrappy fights, really set their team up for a lot of it, because everything else is pretty much sort of bang on even. Looking at the medic stats, obviously a little bit skewed because of all of Graba's vaccinator plays, but not a lot in it there really either. Pretty even game all round.
The vaccinator's not been as strong as I've seen it in the past. Usually I've seen it and I've looked at this vaccinator and thought, how are teams supposed to deal with this? This just seems almost impossible between a heavy sentry gun sniper, and now you've got all this resistance malarkey. But it goes to show that it is beatable. At least on Badlands, anyway.
Yeah, I think I preferred it. I preferred it when they were using it aggressively, like in combination with a quickie bomb launcher. I think it's a really strong, you know, just all the unlocks complement each other, and it just makes it really difficult for anyone to deal with, especially when you're at a disadvantage anyway.
That was a very cute play coming out from PC Master Race, though. I think everyone, I can see that being a staple on Badlands. It's almost criminal how quickly that last point caps. People even going as far as like it's just a flaw of the map, that it just caps too quickly and it makes it way too difficult to defend.
Yeah, I think just looking at the team stats here as well, just to show how chaotic it is, like the damage is spot on, pretty much, only 900 in it.
9 rounds, CX, 9 rounds!
Well, look at the number of caps as well, not just 9 rounds, but like the rounds went back and forth as well, like 18 caps to 23 caps is a silly amount of caps, you know, like... It's just nonsense.
Wow.
It's just all over the place, and it kind of just demonstrates in this game. Dare I even go to the more complicated stats when it might just be complete nonsense with how chaotic that was?
I can see the stats, the map stats going over 100% at this rate just by the teams trading so much, but let's see how it looks on the statistics.
Actually, if you're looking at it across from here, you can see the sort of domination of fights by Comfortably Spanked on the vast majority of the points. It was only on like their own last that PC Master Race was actually able to get more frags. And I think that just dictates that those sort of quick rounds where they won mid and rolled it all the way to last, where obviously on last, Comfortably Spanked are just going to drop 6 bodies trying to throw themselves at the point.
Yeah, it just goes to show that maybe Comfortably Spanked aren't so comfortable on that last point, as I don't see any sort of redeeming stats, so I don't think there was a single time they managed to lay a successful defense maybe on this last point.
There was that one time where Comfortably Spanked definitely should have had the last point, then somehow they kick like 2 kills in main, Graba gets one of them, and then Lippy goes and gets the sniper, and somehow the 3-man defense works. But I think that was more Comfortably Spanked's fault than anything PC Master Race did particularly well.
Yeah, not much fighting going on over on Comfortably Spanked's second point as well. It just goes to show that all the domination came out from PC Master Race rolling from that mid fight, or maybe that mid conversion, and then just going all the way to last.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it's called, but there's one that has the conversion rate. Is it this one?
Just start mashing buttons.
I'm just going to keep it, man. No,
yeah, there you go. You see the stats reflect that as well. So 8%, that just goes to show that stat should be more along the side of like, I would say 14% or so, if my math was right from checking it from way before.
Yeah, and again, you can see like literally half a map, half a number of frags almost was gotten on middle.
Well,
just so 9 mids.
I mean, yeah, it's just the mid fight's just prevailing there. But the only one that stands out to me is that second point of Comfortably Spanked. It goes to show that they maybe struggled to give up that mid point for whatever reason. But
just kept trading hands. Like there was so much back and forth over that middle.
Rare do we get a second mid fight in TF2, but it just does make for some entertaining TF2 to say the least.
Yeah, maybe not the greatest from what's the
strategic.
Word? Yeah, if you're trying to pick up strategies and carefully plan plays.
I was going to you at the start of this CX. I was like, oh man, CX, I've got my analytical game on. I've been doing my homework. I can't wait to break down this game, and it just turns into a shit show.
Yeah, it was AIDS against AIDS, and eventually one team was less AIDS than the other.
All my notes out the window, CX. I can't deal with these conditions. I'll be in my trailer.
It's quite interesting looking at this one and just seeing like that once they actually got hold of CP2, they were both just as good. I think 60% conversion rate on Badlands, I think, is actually kind of bad for how easy that last cap is. It should be more, and it just goes to show, we were talking a bit, when it's like missed opportunities, where a team should have just nailed this last push, especially on Badlands.
They had some pocket strats as well. I think it just comes down to both teams getting greedy. There was countless of times where they were just rushing things. They'd be like, well, I think I could do this. It would make one hell of a play, but no one just had the discipline to just go back and say, no, let's reset things and take things just a little bit slower.
Like when you watch a Nameless play, and you can almost see every individual making a conscious decision not to overextend.
Yeah,
this is the opposite in here, as I believe we are going live into Snakewater. So a much slower map, but I'm sure it will be just as chaotic and just as nonsense-filled, especially these mids that can lend themselves to this chaotic play, Turbo. Why don't you take us to the first one?
Alright, I'm following Setlet on this middle. Let's see if he favours on this left-hand side to try and pressure out these scouts. Actually, no, he's a bit scared of Tom. Tom goes straight into that kitchen, and he's just going to go for the huge wraparound. So what the best doing is just going across this point while Tom is trying to wrap around, but nobody's keeping the tabs on him. Actually, I do say that Potato does clean him up instead, and HB is just doing so much work. He's fighting against 4 players, and he's still surviving, doing damage. Potato and them lot are going to come back off the back of that Tom kill and support him. But HP, what a man.
Yeah, I think that's just a tale of two mids, like Tom's big flank compared to HP's big play. And HP just got infinitely more done and was able to set up Settle and Potato to comfortably control that mid.
A big shout out to Potato there, keeping good tabs on Tom there. I was a bit worried that he would get a massive play going, but he was had him just in the nick of his for his teammates and Graba.
Yeah, and they've actually, I like this from Comfortably Spanked to sort of show themselves on this CP2, not force themselves back onto that last, and that can be so hard to get out of, and it's going to give them a foothold to maybe even move it forward on this. And it looks like they actually do want to get aggressive. The spawn's in slightly sooner. They walk straight into the HP sniper, and here come Lippy and Tobbs just to shut them down.
No,
Catch Nation.
That's the combo down. That's might as well be a 3-second, as they're just going to waltz into this second point here. There's nothing to really pressure them. They're going to go turn to Wonderboy Tom, where's left go. Oh, grab it with a nice little surf there. Oh la la. He just went straight into cheese there. It was almost like he just took the lift. It was like, oh, thank you, Thomas. I'm just going to take my free trip to last point there. Thank you.
It's just as well because his team just left him as they roll this Uber into last.
Ski just trying to find Radinsky, but he can't link up to him in time. What a disastrous Uber coming out, Comfortably Spanked there, but Lippy overextends, and they're trying to pressure out this point, but this is Snakewater. That maybe they can get those last... no, they won't get those respawners coming back in time for the team. It was just delayed, and they got too much ground over on that left-hand side.
Yeah, just a sort of... you see one mistake snowballing. We talked about it sort of in the first map, how there's like no team ever stopped to reset themselves or sort of gain any composure. And all off the back of that HP sniper frag and Nation getting caught out by the double soldier spam, rolled all the way back to last and find themselves 1-0 down within 3 minutes.
For the love of God, Comfortably Spanked, I backed you for this game and you already lost a round in the first few minutes. Please don't make me wrong twice in a day, as Lippy's going for the aggressive bomb. He will push out Skeed. He's been taken out. That's the heals gone for them. They just need to blob around Graba now to really capitalise off of this, and they've already cleaned up the majority of players. No real pressure going on to Graba. They're just trying to find the stragglers, if anything, and that's the easiest mid I've ever seen coming out for PC Master Race.
Yeah, really enjoying it. You saw it towards the end of Badlands, where Lippy just went really deep, really early on in the mids. This time going for Skeej, getting that frag. Even hiding forward now, Lippy, but HP has been so dominant in these middles early on. And it's just paying dividends, and now they're going to have another Uber advantage to push last with. All they have to do is watch out for that Denier sniper.
Okay, they decide to bring out the Fat Man for this last hole. They've actually swapped out Nation onto this as well. Oh, the sniper from Denier drops Tobbs immediately during that Uber. They're still going to waste so much time onto this. Oh god, nice point pressure coming out, but even nicer defense coming out from Comfortably Spanked there as they're cleaning up the last few players. It's just going to be Settler alive. He's going to be absolutely destroyed, and Tobbs is going to respawn just now, so there's nobody really going to contest the second whatsoever. He's not even going to get a chance to get a back cap. So actually, looks like he wants to go in. Very greedy coming out from Tobbs here. He's just going to get destroyed by any stretch of the imagination, and there he goes.
Yeah, optimistic solo play there. No real support, no real distraction. And it's going to make it easier for them to walk into mid. Like, going for that solo play not just is a difficult attempt in itself, it now makes this middle push for Comfortably Spanked easier because they have one less spam class, one less soldier to worry about. And you can see they see Lippy in front of them, so they can just walk forward. They don't have to worry about it, and they take over in this middle point for free. And they actually lose Settler.
They can keep going with
individual mistakes, just costing PC Master Race here.
Yeah, they can keep going with this. They've got an Uber. They can leave a scout on that midpoint and just go aggressive with this, as they're still trying to get in for 3. And with Settler down, there's no worry about the trademark Settler traps, as Lippy does get a nice kill onto Hank, and they decide to rotate around, leaving kind of pissing in the wind there as... just so much time wasted at the HP, just that's all he needs, time, and he takes out Skeej, makes him drop, and there was just not enough diligence coming out from Comfortably Spanked there, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were put in a difficult situation because it was the right decision to fall out, but it was just difficult for them. And now we see Tom hiding close, gets caught out by Settler, but Nation's hiding as well. He's hiding in kitchen, nobody's looked, here comes Nation, one rocket on Graba, Graba's surfing away, and Potato's blocking the rockets, eating them all for his medic. Graba will survive. That's twice now already. Graba's had a couple of nice serves to escape soldiers.
Yeah, he's got
keep hold of his Uber.
He's got some nice spidey sense there. Not even looking at the soldier, just hears the rocket and it's like, I'm being bombed, and he just gets a nice little surf off in the perfect location as well, on the high ground, to avoid any additional Nation damage, as they will get their 3-second point. They are hanging about in this lobby though, seeing if they can show a little bit of resistance. Tom's trying to find his way in, maybe even deny the sniper out, but he's probably going to go down. Maybe even get that. Oh! He just spanked HP there. The team, he's still giving them the wraparound. He does finally get hunted down by Potato, but he's wasted so much time by that Uber for Skeege, and they should be able to defend this now.
Plays that shouldn't work. Walking into an overextension as Roma and then somehow picking the enemy team's sniper. And now it's actually Denia to find the first frag as both teams sort of stalemate out in between last. And Nation wants to take this aggressive Uber in as well. He's going to catch Settler solo. Skeege, Graba people, but he's got sniped instead. Settler walks away from the oven right into the fire as we see Nation chasing him out here. Here comes the rest of the comfortably spanked team, but Lippy's got behind and got onto Skeege. He will go down, so the back cap threat is neutralised, and Tom's going to go deep here, and he's cornered Graba in. And they might wipe him here, so it might not be too bad that they lost Skeege off the back of that trade.
Yeah, on the bright side of things, they will. It will make this midpoint a bit difficult to push. Although those spawners are going, because they were spawners and was delayed for so long. And what is he managed to accomplish though? He's getting a nice little fight, but they're still capping the point nonetheless. And Hank still just kills him anyway, trying to make something happen there. And maybe he should have just decided again just to reset with his team and not go for the plays.
Just stand near each other. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, man.
Stand near each other.
Team Fortress 2, not Solo Fortress 2. Come on, man. You can do this. Anyway, HP is going for some more Solo Fortress 2, but they bought a team on the back of him now. They're making a nice little wild dash, and HP, again, the bus play is just not working. It will explode for now as Lippy decides to follow up on that little damage. Tom is kind of caught out. He's going, oh wow, nice little pipe coming out from Zettler. Let's clean him up. Denny is caught in no man's land behind though. He's trying his best to delay some time, but he will get cleaned up. There's only 3 players though. I don't know what they're still doing in here. It's a very scary situation for them. They could have got a nice heavy bomb on to comfortably spank there. They will get the nation kill instead. And Potato, come on, keep going, my son. You can do this. Go, go, go.
All indecision right there. Like, they had Uber, that's why they wanted to stay, but they changed their mind at the last second and ended up paying for it. Now it's going to be equal Ubers on mid as we see Tobbs getting the high ground. Lippy's going deep as well. They're just trying to spam him out right now. Hank goes
Denny
down.
wants to grab her. Oh, he misses all his shots. Can you say beef?
And they've stayed again. Like, they've stayed so long, and now Skee's just going to have to pop. Grabber's going to surf as well. D-Ski's trying to line it up. Long range pipe. But Grabber's not going to walk into any of them, and now Adiski's in a load of trouble. PC Master Race he's hiding behind.
What the? What is he doing? He's trying to find the sword. He's like, well, I can't find it. I'm just out.
He's going to walk out.
Okay.
He just leaves. They notice too late and they try and chase. How did he do it?
I think he was just trying to desperately go for a saw there, but he couldn't catch up to anybody, so he just decides to back out. Settler's already in though. They've popped this Uber so late, so they should get this last point, but nobody wants to cap a Grabber. They finally get a scout on there, and they've got all these respawners. Oh no, this is Snakewater. It's doing Snakewater things, and they're going to lose their last push. It looks like HP does get the kill onto Hank, but HP's caught in a horrible position because of it now. Almost got the kill onto the demo man there, but not quite, as the rest of the team don't want to stay in with HP. They decide to back out and see if they can show off some resistance on the second point instead.
Yeah, it's just, again, a bit of indecision there. Just going for a point play a little bit too late. And we actually see Lippy trying to get behind. Nation covers both for Denia, but now Potato's trying to get behind. He's actually going to change focus, try and force back the aggressing, comfortably spanked team right now, but they're moving forward steadily and they're moving forward together. But here come HP and Settler off for respawn. Going to pressure that point straight away. HP gets 1. They're lining them up right now. Settler backs him up with another. Now Skeege is in a horrible position. 99% will get it. They need to find frags though. Tom and a D-Ski they need to get something. They're going to try and focus down HP, but here come the soldiers. They just about get the cap. They do get Grabber. Nice play from Tom at the end right now.
Oh no, they need to go back to Skeege though. Skeege is the one healing them. He's the only advantage they really have, and now they've lost that off the back of 2 scouts. Those 2 players will go down. Skeege still manages to salvage a little bit of Uber advantage, but it's negligible at this point because nobody was staying next to Skeege.
HP just kind of runs in, goes for the hero play against a buff scout though. And that allows Hank to take him down quickly. And once again, overextension is just going to gift CP2 back. I was saying that, they're coming straight back in. Scrap that. They won't let it go. Here come the respawns once again as they fight over CP2.
They catch Tom out of position, though. Lippy with a nice little ground against him. And Denia is not caught the memo from the rest of his team. He's outside of the base. He's been focused down, but he was just a mere distraction as now the cavalry comes kicking in, trying to lay some damage on them. Yeah,
Lippy's behind everyone!
HP got a little bit behind as well, but Lippy's already got the eye on the prize as he takes out the last point while HB's taking out bodies in the lobby. So that is 2-0 for PC Master Race. It's going completely against my predictions.
Like, that was such chaos. Like, that CP2 fight happened, what, 3 or 4 times in a row? Like, back to back as well, without any real respite, and as soon as they get in that cap, Lippy was already halfway behind, just blindsided everyone during the scrappy fighting.
They're just making it work. I don't know how. They just keep pressing forward. Tom is going in for the big bomb, but the scouts completely destroy him. Now it's Tom's turn for the bomb instead, but he gets equally destroyed. But there's so much ground covered by comfortably Spanked that they will hold out onto this mid, have a lot more support for each other, and they're focusing down the right targets just a little bit easier. HP again, just going straight into 5 players. Please, HP, just press S.
I don't think he has one, as we're going to see the Uber come in straight away. We're going to try and get Graba before he gets it. But Graba's so far back, he's on 90% as they start to focus for cap. Tobbs is going to deny the point. The Uber's nearly up, Nation's going for it, but they're going to pop.
Oh no!
And the players are so deep right now from comfortably Spanked, they should be able to get the frags here, PC Master Race. HP's trying to chase, but actually Adiski's behind, he gets one on Slippy, he gets Graba as well. Adiski was hiding behind the truck.
That shouldn't have been that close at all, because I think Skeege lost that push for comfortably Spanked. He just kept Denier Ubered on that point, and I could hear Denier from here just like, take the Uber off of me! Take the Uber off of me! I can cap the point! But he just had it on for him for so long that he just couldn't. And now they have to pay the price. HP, again, he's going for this the play, but it's a buff scout, and it's a buffed soldier. It's an official. They're going to be playing a lot more defensive and a lot more like twitchy. So I don't think these plays might work in a PCW, but they're not going to work in these officials, CommanderX.
Yeah, no, like, we talked about how he makes these normal plays. Actually, Scratch Snap, the Uber push is coming in. Both scouts going to try and focus his head down. They're taking their time about it, Val, but all the comfortably Spanked players are all over the point, just going to cap it out. Stuffed them into that spawn and got the cap time before they could burst back out to stop it. And it's now 2-1, 1 round as we approach the halfway stage.
I would have liked Potato to maybe show a little bit more resistance there. He was going to hide behind the ramp on the point. If he decided to stay on top instead and just make it a bit more difficult, to delay just a little bit more time for his team, it could have gone a little bit differently there. But nonetheless, a round's been placed on the board. Possibly another comeback like we saw on Badlands earlier, as they are going towards this 4th mid fight. Oh! Tom has been plucked out of the sky. Nation is also flying about there. He's trying to get back onto Graba, but they've got Graba so well locked down over on this PC Master Race. They're finally going to back out, though, and Skeege does stay alive for all of this chaos, so they will have an Uber and possibly... Oh, Lippy there! He wants to... That was HP's going in as well, of course, and
of course he is.
He's got on top of the Skeege though. Is this the time? Every dog has his day, and he gets the Skeege frag. It's actually the assistance from Tobbs, but he makes the space and allows for the easy shot. Graba doesn't notice Tom though, and Tom might even get the kill onto Potato. Oh no, nice reversal coming out from Tato there, and he hits the wrong player instead. He could have maybe taken out the weak Hank there, but 4 players is greater than 1, as they will pick up this midpoint instead. Lippy almost getting killed there, but manages to get out just in time, and the midpoint will most definitely go to comfortably Spanked.
What an overextension! They went from comfortably winning the mid, they screwed up that mid straight away by taking Tom out of the equation and backing up. They meant that Denny's flank did nothing as well, crushed him on mid, went for the chase, and lost all 6 people into them. And now they find themselves back on their own CP2 instead of their enemy CP2. Equal Ubers, and they're opting for a defensive sniper.
Well, back to the drawing board. If there was one thing that won them the rounds earlier, it was the HP sniper. So let's see if he can work his magic yet again. Oh, a nice little body shot stopping the close range Denier from plucking him out there.
It's crits as well from Skeege.
HP can't quite find that. Oh, he gets a spot onto Skeege. He wants him, but he can't quite hit him.
Skeege popped for crits and all of that as well, and now Adiski's trying to make something work on it, but look how HP's hiding forward, gets the headshot onto Adiski, but all the aggression's coming from the flank, and they're going to force the Uber out here. They get one, Nation gets away just about. No, Scratch Snap, Potato's got him. And now they want to chase in here, only 4 players left alive, only Adiski trying to spam with the quickie bombs. Hank does trade 1-for-1, or gets an exchange with Denia. And they're still trying to walk in. I don't know whether they're trying to commit to this right now. They're going to lose Hank as well. And they just seem to linger for far too long on these points.
Keep in mind, though, Skeej stayed alive during all that, so he's still stuck on crits. But the surprise factor is gone now, so it's really going to be difficult now to make that crits happen.
Quickie bomb crits coming in, but they're close! Graba, he's going to get 2 straight away. He's just going to clean everyone up. The memory of a goldfish as they drop 3 people, 4 people right now. They do get 2 frags on the flank, and Lippy's going for a play behind. He's going to go for the back cap instead. Hank's going to try and deny him. Difficult shots for Lippy to make right now, trying to deny Hank off it. He's got a soldier coming back to fight him as well. Lippy's done a good job of buying time. Drew back a load of people right there, but mid will still go down. And actually, HP wants to take this fight with Adisky. Surely not. Surely, but I think actually Adisky's ended up trapping him instead. Surely going to go down eventually. There we go. But he's opened up the door for the rest of the PC Master Race team to come in. It's going to be a pretty even fight on mid right now. Maybe. No, Potato goes down. Tobbs is still in. And again, just this constant trading. Now they're all walking into Settler, but Settler only gets a 1-for-1 trade. Grabber's in no man's land. He gets a sword, but it won't do anything.
Oh, is he going to get out? Is he going to get out? He actually... Oh, no, the crits! The crits came back and he's plucked him. Oh, man. I thought Grabber was actually going to get out for a second there, but I was just smashed back to reality by that crits there. HP is trying to push any sort of, I guess, like push coming out from comfortably Spank on this left-hand side. But they're just, again, they're slowing down things, just getting those buffs out and reassessing what sort of push they should make on this last push.
Yeah, and you see Vaccinator coming out from Grabber, and this is a good time to use Vaccinator. Sentry and Heavy up as well. So much work to do with the crit stickies that just won't be able to do it against the Vaccinator and the Sentry gun. I think they have spotted it out though, and you see Nation trying. Oh, he's just got Grabber! Oh, put your headphones on, Grabber. As the crits comes in, drops him, opened it up as the rest of Company Spank come in. There's still a Heavy though. They've extended so hard, the Heavy's cleaning up everyone. They've just bled everyone. It's a D-Ski and Skeej versus the world. Skeej is on the point. He's going to saw the Heavy. Settler's by himself, putting stickies down. The spawns have come in. It's taken Skeej too long as Settler cleans it up. Who needs Grabber?
There's 2 doorways that realistically that crits could come from, and they weren't looking at one of them, and that was the one that does manage to get Grabber. It just goes to show how new this team is. Maybe not everyone's straightened out their roles here on this Snakewater last.
Right. It's every time like a play happens and you think they've got it locked in off the back of this big play. Like Settler was on 6 HP when he finished cleaning up that point. So close. And somehow it's all descended into quite an even situation between 2 and 3. 10 minutes left. PC Master Race still have a 1-round lead off those opening 2 rounds they got. But a really big missed opportunity right now for Comfortably Spanked after dropping Grabber so early on that last.
I think this has been the longest time teams have just not fought. It's been like 30 seconds now, and they've all decided to just sit back, relax, and wait for them to push into them, which is very strange coming out from PC Master Race. But they're going for the trademark Settler traps. Oh, they've been discovered though, so I don't think they'll push from there. They'll see if they can work around here. But keep in mind, they've got the feel the squeeze of the time going in. Oh, HP though, he's had his time. It's been way too long. He decides to go in. He's gone down, and that's the pick for Comfortably Spanked. But it's going to be a hard push to make into the second point. It's just... But keep in mind, this new change to Snakewater though does make it a little bit easy. They could probably bomb around a soldier here. They decide to place all their hopes and dreams onto Denia instead.
He did get an open pick though, and now it's going to be an Uber exchange. Tobbs trying to get the big solo win, get Skeej super weak. Nation's trying to go deep onto Settler, but a great pipe to defend himself. Now Adisky's trying to force him out right now, but PC Master Race are circling. Here comes Lippy, here comes HB. And they've just surrounded them here. They're going to get so many frags off the back of this as well. Denia's still in window, a sniper. But what can Denia do against everyone? He's behind him.
Hero play. Hero play.
Oof.
That would have been insane if he actually got that shot there.
Yeah, Potato arrives in just for right time on that respawn. Coincidentally, to save his medic, only allows Denia to get 1 shot off that he can't connect. And now PC Master Race is going here, and a chance to maybe get a second round and make it really difficult for keep forgetting their name, the comfortably spanked team.
Yeah, they've decided to wisely back out and just build out that Uber. Hank is building a sentry gun somewhere. Where is that sentry gun now? He's just building it out in front of his base. He'll probably move it a little bit later once he's got it all fully built out.
But
they've lost the demo. Oh no!
Skeet is going to get in on like 1 HP. Now they're going to focus the point and they just steal the point. Once again, they get stuffed in spawn and can't get back out in time. And
wow.
They came out of nowhere that. Like, I thought it was okay. Adiski gets a sticky trap onto Tobbs, then the force onto Graba. But like, he goes down for it, but it's a decent trade for where they Ubered. Like, a single scout Uber that can't really do much, but then they just force him back into spawn and just stack the point.
It's a shame as well, because I go back to that sentry gun, because he was building it in that very defensive spot and he was going to move it, it takes such a long time to get that into position. It didn't even come into play whatsoever, and by the time he switched to scout, he wasn't there to block the point, and they just quickly capped that out. I guess he just wasn't expecting his demo man to go down, and comfortably Spanked, they were comfortably taking this middle point, as they've just, it was over in a flash in the pan, as Adiski will keep pressuring forward. HP though wants to get the trade kill. Oh, he does get it. Is he going to get out? No, he isn't. Nation will get the cleanup kill onto that. But a demo man for a scout, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, a trade that kind of ends up meaning nothing because of the difficulty of Snake Water last. They're not going to try and push it without Adiski. So HP just buys them time to get set up at this point. So a good trade. And actually, is Lippy moving out on spy underneath? Is that what I see?
Espionage underway as he's slowly walking out, just keeping tabs on everybody, planning out his backstab, but it's making it difficult here, Hank. He's got his eyes peeled for any sort of plays, but keep in mind, if he uncloaks behind him like that, this invisibility watch CX is like a nuke going off in sound. It sounds so clear to these players because they must hear it, and it's like the panic sound.
Oh wait, did they go for a suicide off the back of that as well?
Or what? Nobody's heard it! Bring on skis! How did nobody hear that?
Put on your headset, boys. What? I can't believe it. They were all so close to him. They were all so close.
CX, it feels like I don't know anything about TF2 anymore. I say one thing and the other thing happens.
Nothing makes any sense in this game. It's kind of like morbidly entertaining, though, you know, like completely unpredictable. And now we see a Denia spy coming out. I don't know if he was spotted there because they sort of spammed a shot. Scattergun shot down, and as Denia slowly makes his way in. But that drop is going to mean PC Master Race have a great opportunity to push out, but 6 minutes left, 2 rounds up on Snakewater. Why take the chance? And they're just going to play it safe, build a sentry, and just set themselves up and let Company Spank waste their own time right now. They're kind of putting a lot of eggs into this Denia basket right now.
Denia has the right idea. He's uncloaking from a very far away position, but the thing is, he's going to have to put on his best acting performance to actually convince these players that he is a blue member, and he can get all the way behind Graba and get that backstab. I don't think it's actually that possible.
There's so many players around Graba, and Graba is he's just standing in a corner.
If only you could go into the blue base and just walk around. It would be so nice. Maybe Denia could like uncloak him under the noise of the sentry gun, or maybe get his teammates to spam some rockets.
He's gonna sap it.
Make some. Why?
He's sapping it. He's gonna burst that Settler.
How does that work? He's still alive.
The crits comes in. They've got so many frags. Graba pops on no one. The scouts are going to combine with Graba now. The HP's low. It's just Potato versus the world.
He's like, why is my player not helping me? Oh no, it's a spy.
That's why he won't help you, Graba. He's not on your team. Graba channeling Dunk right now as he Ubers. He only has one player left alive, yet he manages to multi.
I say there's no way this is going to work. There's no chance in hell this is going to work, and it works flawlessly. It worked better than expected.
He's uncloaks right next to the sentry, saps it, backstabs Settler. The crits comes in. Graba Uber's
survives, gets a gunshot, gets buffed by the Uber again.
Oh, it's middle again though. Only 1 round in it now. 4.5 minutes left. Denia's on sniper, but Lippy's gone behind. He's right on top of Skeege. No one's seen Lippy. He's gonna give a frag. Denia gets Settler, but Lippy's got 2 and he's pinned him right back right now. And a DC with a nice pipe onto Lippy, and somehow they clean this up despite an early frag onto their medic. Just Tops and Graba, but Tom's on the hunt. He's already flanking behind. He's low on health. Tops with 1 rocket, and the map changes.
No, not like this. Well, I can only take an educated guess that PC Master Race won this CX.
It was 4 minutes! Was it not? Who changes the map at 4 minutes?
It's very strange. I do give you that.
4 minutes!
I don't know. I just don't know. This has not happened before, at least this early.
Just when you thought this game wasn't unpredictable enough. The ultimate...
Well, guys, we are now finishing out the rest of the ETF2L on Overwatch. Join you over onto the server.
It's a new rule in this ETF2L season where all golden caps will actually be played on Overwatch.
It's actually time for the lightning round, CX. This is the quiz show portion of the match.
No logs. No last 4 minutes.
Right, it seems like, I guess comfortably Spanked were, I got a little too spanked, and they were just like, that's it, I don't like playing this game. They just picked up their ball and went home.
I'm typing to Graba.
I think it's comfortably Spanked server, so, or reservations anyway. Maybe the reservation just found out. That would be pretty funny.
Graba says they changed the map. I don't know why. The map didn't end. Wait, the map didn't end. Graba said the map didn't end. It's not over!
So, I mean, they could just claim a default, but they were already winning, and I guess maybe it just got to dead time, and they were just like...
Wait, no, there's 3 minutes left. Graba says 3 minutes left, last offense, and suddenly map change.
So it's like they were like 90 seconds ahead into the future, aren't they? So 3 minutes left. You've got like a minute and 30 seconds left. You've got to get one round back. I'd imagine they would push back to the last or something. So they just didn't see it happening. So they just went, you know what, we're changing the map. This game's over. I don't like this. PJ Sol.
Suyooo, if you retry, it should connect. What a bizarre series of events.
So does that mean we won't be getting interviews?
No, they've got the rest of the map to finish.
What? Are they still just going to continue the map?
Well, that's 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
But why change the map if you're not going to be salty about it then? Like, what does it accomplish?
I don't know. Graba doesn't know why. Yeah, because it's not. They changed the map.
Maybe it was just a mistake. So somebody brought up the console to change out a command of some sort, and they just went, "Oops, change level," because that was the last command that they issued. That's the only logical explanation I can think of.
So 3 minutes left. Oh, apparently it was a serve me. Daniel's blaming a serve me. So apparently it's 3 minutes left, and PC Master Race were defending last. Considering they had, what, a 1 round lead with 3 minutes left and they're defending last.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Why would no, it must have been an error, because why would comfortably Spank push them all the way back to last with 3 minutes to try and capture last and tie the game up?
Yeah,
and then swap the map, so yeah. Serve me,
it has to be, serve me.
Serve me error. Whether it was like a serve me user error.
We need to get Ari in here.
Or yeah, a user error or an actual problem with serve me. I can't reconnect.
Yeah, I can't reconnect either. I've been sending client info for God knows how long. So I guess we could just do this by Telegram, maybe by Pigeon. Just hopefully they could just send us the result of that huge climactic match, possibly going to a draw.
It's so bizarre. I don't even know. We can't get into the server.
So CX, how's your day been? How are you doing?
Less chaotic than this. It's by far the most chaotic part of our day.
There's been some fun games though, you know.
Yeah, like despite, I guess we've been kind of critical because it's really messy.
It's like it's the junk food of TF2. I mean, it's like you're not supposed to enjoy it. It's not good for you in any sort of way. You're not going to learn anything. But good God, it's good to digest.
It's like Geordie Shore. Like some people might have sex, but nobody's really winning ultimately.
Wow, stop me in my tracks there. How am I supposed to top Geordie Shore? So what do we do? Where's the emergency button that we press here to go to the emergency plan? Where's the injector seat?
I don't know. I don't know what our plan is. I'm hoping Suyooo will fix everything. Such a bizarre series of events.
Okay. But let's cross my fingers. Just add another thing to the fire.
I would really like if we could watch the last 3 minutes of this game. Just
be nice.
throw it out there.
I guess I'm just going to awkwardly ask Hank for the STV.
Yeah. Very bizarre. So I presume that weirdly timed map change has also sort of knocked out our STV. And the direct STV is not working either. So we are full of issues. Much like both of the teams playing.
So, can they not just find a server at all?
I'd think so. I mean, this isn't their first rodeo.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's esports. When you're working with computers, problems are going to come arise, especially when you're working with 12 of them at once. And a server. 13. Maybe even the casters ones if you include that, so that's like 16. Wait, that doesn't add up at all. That's more like 15. I can't math.
Now for the next period of a show where we watch TurboTabs try and count.
1 Uber.
Graba needed that when he had only one player left alive on last and manages to multi 2 players.
How on earth does that last push with the spy work at all? He just lost everything in front of his eyes, and then he just popped the Uber, just oops.
It's just like when so many things happen at once. Like the crits comes in, but it's not right at you. But then your sentry's getting sapped, and then a spy's coming at you, but he's backstabbing your demo man over there.
These competitive players as well, I bet they haven't seen the sapper before. They're like, what's this new part of the game that's been introduced by Valve?
His new gimmick.
What the hell? It takes out sentry guns in one go? That's OP as shit.
Apparently the original STV should be back, so we should be able to reset up a relay. Hint, hint, Suyooo. Hint, hint.
So, if you could make the same relay as well, that would be dandy.
This is our technical ability as casters. We just sort of say things and hope it works out. We just say things and then hopefully the people in production behind us put it all together.
We are omnibenevolent at the very least. They are good people and they do take good care of us. Hopefully they'll always come through like they always have. So in the meantime, we have seen some.
The server's back.
Oh, nice. I just need to get my TF loaded here.
Should we recap then? So, in what has been a truly chaotic series, misplays, mistiming, overextension, coupled with some really bizarre plays that have actually ended up working really well,
and some very memey pushes,
gimmick-filled last pushes all around. Has actually turned into a ridiculously close game where I'm presuming what will happen as we go into this restart is there's 3 minutes left and PC Master Race are on their own last, as I understand it. So logically, that's where they will take the game from.
Do you think they're going to build up Ubers as well, or just go straight from 0% each?
Graba didn't mention what the Uber situation was, so I imagine they'll just take normal Ubers.
Yeah, usually when it comes to these scenarios, they allow both teams to get their Ubers back, even if one was favouring an Uber from before.
Sunny Black, ETF2L Master, has confirmed they will get mid and CP2. This is obviously comfortably Spanked, that is, and both teams build Uber. So it'll be an equal Uber situation, 3 minutes left. Obviously, the scoreline is 3-2 currently to PC Master Race, defending their own last with 3 minutes left.
Well, CX, I'm going to have to push you for a prediction here. Who's going to win?
It's really hard because this has interrupted the flow so much. Like,
so if you're going to give any of these team like a quick water break and, you know, to kind of catch up with the strategic side of things, who do you think is going to pull this off? Who's going to benefit from the break the most?
I think comfortably Spanked are probably going to overthink it. That's what I feel. Like, I honestly think, like, the last sort of, I guess, 5 or 10 minutes, give or take, they've been, it's been back and forth, but they've been getting the better of it. But now they've gone into this weird break, and that momentum's not really sort of carried on. And an equal Uber situation, attacking Snakewater last, it's really kind of hard to make plays off of that. And they've got time to build a sentry. You see HP putting one up straight away. They're going to have Uber. So it kind of puts you in a difficult situation.
It's a shame they didn't bring any of their scouts up on Sniper during this, I guess, capping of mid and second. I mean, now they have to use these scouts. I guess they could just suicide one in, but it does delay that precious 3-minute time that they've got left.
Yeah, I mean, logically, they're going to go for a suicide play like they have for time.
Oh, it's so difficult to suicide on Snakewater, though. Look at this base. You can just, if you see any sort of suicide coming in, Graba can just go straight into the base and not even give a second thought about dying to any old suicide.
Yeah, so we're just going to wait for a brief pause. So they're going live when they were officially kicked from the server, as it were, or when the server changed map. So time will be against Comfortably Spanked here, especially given that it's been Snakewater. And it looks like they're taking over lobby right now, and it looks like they might be setting up a suicide. You see Tom going on that former drop-down area, just thinking about it, being spammed out though.
Look at Grabba's position though. He's like, I know what you want to do, and I'm already half my body in this base already. There's no way you're going to get this the suicide on me, so you need to just go back to the drawing board and think about it. They're just going for the good old-fashioned scout push. The scout actually takes out the sentry gun. That's very good. They've got some nice scout time on the point. They might even steal this out. Graba does pop off his Uber though, but they have to keep bodies onto that point. Denny's hanging about though, and he does get cleaned up. Maybe they could just ransack it now with the players they've got left, but there's just too many players, and the respawners even coming back, and it will stay towards PC Master Race, and they're already pushing out for second.
Yeah, 1 minute 44 seconds left. They committed to that hard, and it almost worked out, but the rebombs from Tom and Nation just weren't quite synced up between each other, and it meant they couldn't convert those frags. They can only damage people. But they're going to repush the CP2 straight away. Tobbs and Potato have stayed out there, but being challenged by both scouts. And Tom is spamming in on the flank right now. Challenging HB, gets him low. And this has allowed Hank and Denny have plenty of space on the point. They're going to focus down Tobbs. They get him. Lippy's thinking about going for a play as well, but he's so just outnumbered. They're going to have to back it off right now. And we actually see a slight Uber advantage for Skeege as Denia gets caught out by a sticky trap, but it won't make much difference in the bigger picture. 1 minute left, TurboTabs. Comfortably Spanked need to make this push.
Battle stations have been set up. Potato has got his sentry gun ready. HP has gone onto the sniper class as well. Settler is set up a nice Settler trademark trap, so they are ready, and they've denied that. Oh, they're going with the scouts though. It could take out Settler though. Oh, that's the demo man down. That's a very big pick for them. They've even taken out the sentry gun as well. If Denia can survive, that would be glorious. But Nation is dying alongside his scout compadres. Everyone's just going down. They're not getting any point presence at all, and it just looks like a bit of a whiff. I think it's a GG. 22 seconds left. Skeed is trying to make the best of what he's got. Make lemonade with lemons, and it seems even Adiski is going to go forward, but he just gets juggled up in the air, and that's a sad tune for Comfortably Spanked, but PC Master Race will win it just by skin of the teeth.
Yeah, 3-2 in the end, and just a bit of a weird decision on that last push. Like, they pushed for flank at the same time, which isn't inherently bad, but no one from the Uber, they all tried to go out the same door they came in, no one from the Uber ran across the other side to try and support the flank, taking that sort of 2v2 fight. So when they didn't win that flank fight, it just meant they were completely outnumbered and able to be stuffed back in whenever they tried to make a repush. And there are logs, but I presume they're going to be horrendously messed up.
I guess we could look at just, I I guess we can just look at the last log, like the former log, with the majority of the content in, and I guess we could just leave out the last bit, because it would just be so skewed and weird.
I don't think it has it, because it changed.
Ah, yes, so we have got nothing.
Big old enough. But yeah, really bizarre game. Obviously, I guess, lots of misplays, lots of mistakes, lots of overextensions. And in the end, the points are shared, which I guess is kind of a fairest result, given how messy it was and how sort of even it was. It's really hard to pull stuff from this game. There were so many different individual moments.
I don't know who really jumps out for me from the Snakewater game. I mean, from memory, it seems like nobody was on fire this game. Maybe it was just like a team effort coming from a PC Master Race, but it seemed like it was just so chaotic and messy, and I don't think I want to give anybody the most valued player.
Yeah, I mean, Adiski had a strong bit towards the end, especially combined with a couple of nice crits plays. But yeah, nothing really consistent. It was different. Like, there were certain moments where players would come out big, but no one really dominated the map or took control.
Well, I don't know who to give it to. I'm really trying to think of anybody I can just. I mean, HP had some nice sniper moment, which literally like turned over a round.
Yeah, to be fair, like HP had a bit of a rough night on Scout, but both times, like two of those opening 2 rounds, both came from HP snipers. First in our opening frag onto Adiski as Adiski tried to move forward, and then that drop onto Skeege, obviously, both ended up being rounds for them. So, important plays at the right times there, but
I mean, it's very easy
messy
to criticise. You could just look at him as like, well, why is the Scout dying so much? But I think PC Master Race are playing around the fact that HP is going to go for these aggressive plays, and so it is kind of in their game plan, and at times it is going to hit. It's not always going to hit picture perfect with those sort of plays. So I'd say it's not as bad as we make it out to be, with HP dying a lot, but it's just funny to see a Scout just dying in these funny situations.
And we do have some players. We have Lippy and Graba. I'm going to move them in now.
Feels good.
Hello.
Hi.
We're joined by Graba and Lippy. That seemed to be one of the messiest games of TF2 I've seen in a while. Did it feel like that as well when you were playing?
As a medic, yes.
Yeah, there was a couple of times we saw you sort of left to your own devices, Grabber, sort of just left to fend off your own soldier.
I guess.
What happened on that particular push on Snakewater last, where they had like a spy sap the sentry, then backstab Settler, and then you ended up Ubering the spy?
Well, you can imagine the situation, but I'm standing on the point with Uber, and I see my Scout, so I wanna flash him, right? But then I turn to see him, and he's like looking at me. Like a spy.
Yeah, really back and forth game, but you came out top on Snakewater. Talk us through, we know kind of what happened at the end there when the map ended. Did it literally just cut out halfway through a push, or as you were defending last?
I was just defending last, and it was like 30 minutes left, and the server that changed the map suddenly. So feels bad.
Do you think that helped you in the end? Like, took the wind out of their sails?
No. To be fair, it shouldn't be happening in like, I particularly don't want it to be a rude guy or something, but I wanted to have a meet or something out of this, because, it's their server, it's their fault. And we was having vaccinator, I believe, maybe I'm wrong. We was having like a vaccinator and they was having crits, so...
Yeah, better situation for you.
Yeah, we was, I guess, in good position to defend it. I feel like they, in the end, it was better for them to, restart. Because as you saw, Graba sometimes can't keep players alive versus crits. So...
Yeah,
I call they have crits for like a minute and then everyone dies to it.
Yeah, but still, you're like the only player who can save them. It's not like... We can
Yeah.
save by yourself. Whatever.
We were very shocked by that. We noticed that Skeej managed to stay up during that push, and it's like, oh, they have crits, so they must know that this is happening because Skeej is still alive. But you all just gathered up into Sword. Was it you just didn't know he still had crits, or did you think you could just start playing him, or why did you push into a crits, basically?
I guess just like some jump aggression, I don't know.
Some aggression. Oh god, this game was just packed with aggression. I don't think I've ever seen such aggression in my life. Although, talk to me about Badlands. Like, how did you feel about going into this map? Because me and CommanderX thought that you guys would walk away with this map, no problem, against Comfortably Spanked. Did you guys feel confident as well, or did you think it was going to be as hard as it was?
I personally feeling it should have been much more better. It just in the new teams what didn't play that much, it always have like the thing when people just pushing out or doing something what they not usually do on BCWs,
So would you say this was a good day for Comfortably Spanked, or was this just a bad day, or at least on Badlands for...
I don't know, I can't say for I will just call them Sketch Team. I can't say anything for the Sketch Team. It's too hard to me to pronounce. I'm just a Russian boy, So
How about you, Graba? Do you think it was a bad day at the office, or is it just Skeej team just turning up today?
Neither.
I would say
Yes.
both, to be fair. Just like we were swapping roles every time. Top was not with us for pretty much all the playoffs, and
All right. Well, going into Snakewater. Is Snakewater stronger map for you guys than Badlands, or would you say we were right in thinking that you're more comfortable on Badlands?
I think after our screams, just we think about what we did wrong on Snakewater much more than on Badlands. So maybe that.
So you think you've just improved a lot more on Snakewater as of recent than Badlands?
Maybe.
Okay.
You're playing Snakewater again next week against Lego along with Process. How do you see your chances in that game?
We are gonna crush them.
If we actually will, I don't know. If we work with our combo, I guess we can do it. Win them up, or maybe two, I don't know.
Is PC Master Race playing against Lego next week? I thought it was Perilous. No.
Wait, I can't read. Yeah, you're playing
looking at...
Perilous. I'm looking at the wrong team.
Yeah, you're playing Perilous next week, and it's going to be Comfortably Spanked playing Lego next week. So that's going to be Snakewater and Process. How are you guys feeling on Process? Have you played any games so far on Process?
We played some games during the playoffs and like before the playoffs, but it was a long time ago and with, I guess, kind of a different roster, so I would say we not really played the Process.
Don't worry, Sideshow's on Pocket. We'll be fine.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
Yeah, he is on Pocket
Yeah,
as well.
Sideshow's on Pocket.
Yeah,
We have the magic with, can't save people sometimes.
Well, yes, I think for week one they're going to be playing with Sideshow on Pocket, and they're going to be preparing for Mike's return in week 2.
Is it week 2?
No,
I thought it was longer.
no, as in... yeah, actually, I think it's the first 2 weeks, and then week 3, I think Mike will be joining the team onto Pocket.
So this is the best time to play Perilous?
Yeah, this is
then
the
I
greatest
guess we
time.
have a chance to take a map. If we will have a bad day, if it will happen, I believe.
Where do you see yourselves, like, sort of big picture now, sort of looking at the whole season? What are you, obviously, coming off the back of the playoffs, where do you want to finish?
It's a hard
we want
question.
to be like top 4, but it might be not possible. Like much time left, and I guess we have to step up.
I would say plan minimum is to not be relegated, and plan max is to like have a top 5 spot or something.
Don't
It's
get
like
relegated
more-
then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, it's just realistic. Realistic, I would say.
Well, I don't know about you, CX, but I'm all out of questions.
Yeah, no, seems good. I think in the end of it, maybe 3 points apiece was a fair result given the game itself. And an okay start. Like it's one of the games against the teams who are probably going to be around the sort of mid to lower end of the table as well. So trading points isn't a bad start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think you'll do pretty well. Like, I think you're better than comfortably Spanked. Probably Baggers 5 as well. Maybe even Lego if Lego choked like last season. I don't know. I think it could be anyone. Like I thought Happy Farmers were going to be like top 4 easy, and then they were rubbish yesterday.
You know, guys, if like the one time when I actually go the soul and kill 2 players and they will not lose the meat, we can do it.
Was that where you got like Skeege and Dent of a sniper?
Yeah,
straight
like,
away?
you know, I just it just blow my mind. Seriously, I go through kitchen, I go behind them, I go to soul, kill Skeech and the Denya was sniper, and they still lost.
This was the reason you came to the interviews. It was just to say that, wasn't it?
Yes. My mind is fucking blown. I don't know what to do now.
Alright, guys, as you kindly joined us on the interviews, we're going to give you a chance to shout out to anybody, anything. Say what's on your mind.
Shout out to Abra. Shout out to Boxer5. Shout out to Graba. Thanks.
I wanna shout out Tops. I wanna shout out MoDM, and I wanna shout out all over extending players around the world.
Alright guys, this has been Team Fortress TV. We'll be bringing you the rest of Premiership Week 1 action throughout the week. Don't know exactly when, but stay tuned. Thank you to Graba and Lippy for joining us, Suyooo for being on the camera, everyone who watched and all the other players who played, and stay tuned, we'll be bringing you more Team Fortress action soon.